Hello guys, this is Ratu498 and this is a 3v3 commentary battle on Shogun 2 Total War. I'm Jockstrap, I Bang My Fucking Knee is Terminator and Takeda is Banastri Tarleton. Just going to run through the builds quickly. My build, I've got 3 Warrior Bow Monks, I've got a Heavy Gunner unit, a few Spears, a few Najinata Monk Cav, and a couple of katana swords, and that's pretty much the makeup of my build. Terminator has got some monk cav too. He's got quite a few lone swords, and he's got some Yari Ashikari. And this is Banastri Tarleton. He has some Yari cav. He's only just really started playing this. He's got some lone swords as well with just one chevron on. He's got a couple of bow samurai, and he's got basically a quite standard build with a few Yari cav and some Yari Ashikaru and some lone swords with some bows in front. So as I start it off, this is I believe it's Akai. Is it Aki? I'm not sure how it's pronounced. We're going to have to take the hill, which is on my side. I hosted, so it's up on my side, and the opponents have kind of pulled their armies towards that. Here's the opponent's armies. The opponent you just saw was the one in the centre, and these two guys are the two on the flank. So the guy in the centre's got quite a few bows. He's going to cause us a few problems if he gets up on that hill, so we want to try and take that as quick as possible. I've moved my monk cav out into the little forest on the right. I tried to do that before anyone really saw me get them in there. Because my opponent's army's pretty much hidden, he's only got a couple of units out. I'm guessing he's got quite a few hidden cavs floating around. And this is quite a dangerous map, as you can walk your cav hidden right the way through the forests on the right and the left hand side, so you're never going to know where they're going to come from. This is just my army running through. It's my bow monks. Some of my heavy gunners with some Yari behind. There's my general. I think I'm going to show you his cool hat if I can find it. There he is, there, look. Isn't that just the greatest hat on the planet, look. So, here behind are my katana. And I've got a couple of cav, as I said before. You can walk hidden through the forest, so that's what they're doing at the moment. I've got a couple walking hidden through the forest. Terminator's trying to pull up on this hill. As you can see here, the guys we were playing were all high stars, I think 10-9, something like that. They're all high stars. Banastri, as I say, has only just started playing the game, so he does himself really good throughout the games that we've played, from the fact he's just started. So Total War games are pretty similar in most ways. So as you can see now, we've got to pretty much the ridge of the hill, and we're kind of holding here. It kind of double dips, so there's a dip in the centre, and then there's another little hill on the other side, which is where the opponents are. And there's going to be basically a skirmish going on over these two hills with the bow monks. As you can see, all 3 of the opponents have now kind of got themselves all up to this hill to kind of make one larger army. So their plan obviously was to come and attack this hill and take it. As you can see now, there's white flags in the background. That's my opponent's cav going around. I wasn't sure how many he had. So now the bows have all started firing off. Terminator's bows and my bows are now firing. So firing into my Yari Ashikaru. And he's got a couple of cavs. It's actually quite clever. Don't really see too many people doing this. He's got a great guard there, and their armour's pretty good. They're not going to get shot up by these arrows too badly. And he kind of tends to run around in front of me to get my bow shooting at them, and they really do miss quite a lot. But my heavy gunner's managed to get a shot off, as you see there, and he loses pretty much an entire cav unit because of that. So he got a little bit close. He was kind of pushing his luck with it. They've managed to rat away one of my Yari Ashikaru. Terminator charged a cav unit in down there. There's a flashing flag on the left, as you can see. That was Terminator's cav, just to try and give us a range advantage. So Banastri's now managed to come around on the flank, and his bows have started firing now. And basically we're just going to have a little skirmish for a little while until things get really underway. Terminator started moving up some Yari just to try and take the shots, I think, to save his bows. Kind of like a meat shield. So the opponents had really highly experienced units. They're all really, really good quality units. Must have spent quite a lot of money on them considering the few units that they did bring. So now the cav battle is going to start over on the far side, and this is really where it's crucial for me to kind of try and hold them off. My monk cav aren't particularly heavily experienced. I had a couple hidden in the forest which managed to whack into this fire cav, and another two came out to take it from behind, but they're still struggling against it. Even though there's three of them in there now, they're still struggling against it. I changed my warrior nuns out, and they've come in and they get hit in the back by a great guard unit, and they just get screwed really, really badly. I pulled my heavy gunners down, so they're going to hopefully get a shot off at these guys. These heavy gunners against cav are absolutely amazing. They really are really, really good. As you can see there, look at that. Completely destroyed that cav unit. So there's more cav coming in. My warrior nuns were turned around the right direction this time, so they managed to fend off the charge of the white opponent. My cav's now going to come down, and it's basically just going to be a cav battle on this side. And I don't really do too much other attacking than that until the battle's kind of fully underway. Banastri's charged his opponent now with his sword and his spears, and he's hoping to basically get rid of this flank as quickly as possible so he can kind of help out on this hill. Terminator's pulled all his units in, so he's attacked the white opponent as well, which was my opponent. The blue players brought some more cav along. And these guys had really good quality cavs. You can see there, my cavs all been destroyed now. I think that was pretty much as much from my heavy gunners as it was from their cav. And yeah, my heavy gunners managed to clear out pretty much everything that was there. But my cav were a lot cheaper, so yeah, lots of great guard floating around in there, which took a lot of them out. He tries to get a cheap hit in here on my bows, so I switched my spears in to try and counter that. So my spears have managed to go in there, and they've made his cav pull out, so he didn't really do too much damage to me. So down here, Termi's into a cav battle as well. He's got the remainder of the white opponent's cav over here. He's going to lose that battle, but it's just basically a holding up tactic. He doesn't want any cav going into the back of Banastri as his men are fighting in. There's swords in there, and spears and cav, and there's all sorts floating around in there. Terminator's managed to take a flank of his guy. I've now charged my katanas in, and these guys are going to go in. They've gone in with my Yari, and basically we're just going to have a little battle up here. He's got three of his lone swords up there, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to win that. I switch my heavy gunners around, my bows are firing in, I pull my general up. Over on this side, Banastri's doing a pretty good job. He's holding his guy off, even though his guy's ranked a considerable amount higher than him. He's managing to hold him off, and now Terminator's taken his flank. He's going to be able to, the flank of the blue guy, he's going to be able to help Banastri out by going in behind him. So one of my bow units ran out of ammunition. As you can see, bows are still firing in from the blue opponent on the other side. And down there, the white cav managed to destroy Terminator's cav pretty easily, and it's now gone into a couple of lone sword units which were floating around. So he's managed to destroy them. As you can see, there's war cry flags going above Banastri's heads, which means the warrior monk spear unit, which is down there, hit the war cry button, and it's caused Banastri quite a bit of problems. A lot of his units did actually rout away from that, especially the lone swords with the low morale. But his bows are still firing in. I've still got some bows firing in. I've managed to take my part of the flank now. My opponent, Terminator's managed to take the centre, and we've got a few little pockets of enemy players, units left really. So we've managed to take out that cav unit as well. And now the bows are coming in. I believe his bows are now run out of ammunition. And as you can see, it's just still a melee going on. In these games, basically, the hammer and anvil is really the best way to kind of rout your opponent away. So as Banastri pinned him from the front, Terminator could quite easily come in and whack him from behind. The morale shock of that is ridiculous, and it just instantly kills him off. So as you can see here now, we've taken the hill, we've taken the left and the centre. So now we've just got to deal with these cav units. There's still quite a lot of decent cav around. We don't have a huge amount of spears left. I've got a few bow units, I've still got my heavy gunners. But it's basically been able to get them into range. The brown opponent's using his bow on his general to shoot us off a little bit. And here, as you can see, Banashi's just finishing off down there with his bow units, just finishing off. So the white opponent's general comes down, takes a quick shot off, and then runs away from the spears. I'll just speed it up a little bit because this guy does a little bit of running for a while. I don't really see the point in it. I mean, realistically, this game's over and done with. Even if he has got 4 or 5 cav units left, there's no way he's going to be able to beat all these units off. So that was a good game to our opponents. I'm going to try and post. We've done quite a few 3v3s now. I'm going to try and post another couple of them. Lots of different maps. We play different maps every time, so they're quite interesting to watch. So also go check out Terminator's channel. This is just the end of them now. They're just ratting away after the general died. That was pretty much it. Go check out Terminator's channel, and please rate, comment and subscribe. And that's it, guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.